Welcome back to Across Louisiana. Always happy to get a visit for the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. So much going on there. We've had them on lately to tell you about summer reading and more, but here to tell us about what's new and interesting at the library is Mary Stein. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for letting me come on. Today I want to start off by saying summer reading includes more than your eyes.
That's right.
We don't judge. If you want to listen to that book, go right ahead on. And of course we still have a few books on tape, but most of our books are on CD, or you can download them, and you download them for free from our Overdrive download service or our one-click audio service. And the kids even have their own little services for downloadable audiobooks. So that can be a lifesaver, especially if you're trapped in a car going on vacation.
That's right.
Sometimes you want an audiobook that the whole family can listen to, and then you don't have to talk and keep that driver awake the whole time. So remember that the library is a good source for audiobooks, and as far as reading material, we think it counts. So if you want to count that for your summer reading prizes and earn more prizes because you've listened to a book, go right ahead on. And then there's also something called the Kurzweil Firefly app, which is especially designed for our readers who are having trouble reading. Maybe they have dyslexia. Maybe there is a visual issue. Maybe they just don't like to read. And not everything is on audiobook.
Right.
But with the Kurzweil Firefly app, you can turn it into an audiobook.
That's amazing.
Because it converts text to speech. And you can even say, I want an Australian accent, or I want it to be a woman, or I want it to be a man. And you can even dial it down slow or fast.
Wow.
So that way you are in the driver's seat, literally, making reading come to life for you. And reading really does come to life all summer long because we are full in to Harvey Rabbit. Playmakers is coming right on up with their Just So stories. You might have seen the beautiful Jungle Book movie that just came out. Well, Playmakers got right in on there with Rudyard Kipling, and they've converted their text into a wonderful play, and of course free at every library. Johnette Dowling's coming, and she's doing wonderful storytelling with a Louisiana bent to it. The Chris Cangelosi Dance Project is coming. Howard Pink, this is one of my favorite things. It's all about the ear today because Howard Pink takes a garden hose and turns it into a musical instrument.
Oh, wow.
And basically, parents may not like this, but you can turn almost anything into a noisemaker at your house. So it's all about the ear today, Nils. And it's all free at your library. So many free programs. Harvey Rabbit's still coming right on in. Mike Hartel, astronomy. But we can also get you into some of the high-tech stuff, whether you want to make your own movie or visit with EA Sports and learn about the video game industry. A lot of options for you, and of course, all free.
It's really so important that people realize that the library has all these great resources that are available to folks that they may not have even considered. Things like making movies. I would have been all over that when I were younger, knowing about that sort of thing. And I mean, it's really great to have these type of events to keep the kids engaged this summer, to keep their minds active. It really makes a big difference, doesn't it?
That's right. I think engagement is the key word here, because when you see something live and then you're tempted to try it yourself, visiting with EA Sports or making a movie may turn into your career.
Mary, tell the folks where they can go to find out more about the great offerings at the library.
So simple, ebrpl.com.
Thanks so much for coming on. Tell us all about it. Always a pleasure. Well, what if I told you that you could get a beautiful new house and support a good cause in the process? It's the Home for Good from CRBF. Take a look.
The Capital Region Builders Association is comprised of 922 members at this point. We lobby annually to minimize the cost of the homes, helping protect the builders, which in turn help to protect the consumer.
The Capital Region Builders Foundation is an organization that was created to provide assistance to various charities that need help. Over the years that we've been in existence, we have turned back to the community right at $18 million through various organizations that we work with. The Home for Good project is a project for the foundation where we look for a partner that's a charitable organization that needs help, that has different things that they're raising money for. We build a house, We probably built, I'm going to guess 12 to 15 homes, and most of them have been for charities, with the exception of a couple of years ago, we did one for a veteran who returned from Afghanistan, who was severely wounded, and we put that young man in a home with all the things that he needs for lifting and wheelchair accessibility and things like that. So we do this every year. And this year, we probably teamed up with one of the best organizations that really touches more people in Baton Rouge than you would think. We're teamed up with Women's Hospital, and their need is great.
Women's Hospital has been very intricate in my life. My daughter was born, and she was 6 weeks early, and she spent approximately 8 days in the neonatal ward at Women's Hospital, and that was a very, very important part of my life for 8 days.
In addition to all those babies that are born with us, over half of our hospital is dedicated to cancer services, so breast and GYN cancer services. Those are huge issues in our community. So a whole lot of what we do is in the cancer care and cancer support. Another thing that we do at Women's Hospital that most people aren't aware of, but it's a critical service in the community, is we treat 55% of the sexual assault victims within a 13-parish region. So, although extraordinarily traumatic for a woman, she's going to get incredible care at Women's Hospital. And we're going to provide her with clothing and toiletries and some dignity and support services. So when she leaves our care, she has all the tools that she needs to recover, and she will never receive a bill from Women's Hospital. And most importantly, she will have the evidence that she needs to go for conviction if she would like to do that. And several weeks ago, we had the opportunity to go through a sneak peek tour of the Home for Good, and what a tremendous property Mr. Flores and the Capital Region are building for us.
It's 4-bedroom, 3 baths. It's very well apportioned. It's flowing living space, large master area, master bath suite. The home itself is going to be very nicely done. All the vendors that are members of the CRBA and other people that are in the business have volunteered to donate materials, labor, and so on. So it's coming together very nicely.
In addition to the house, we now have a SUV that's going to be offered as a prize. You'll be able to have a chance to win both the SUV and win the house.
This is a brand new 2015 Buick Encore. It's a very, very, very nice vehicle. I like to do things that stay in Baton Rouge, that involve the betterment of the Baton Rouge community. I always like to just do something that has touched me in some way. And the neonatal ward at Woman's touched me about 19 years ago. And that was a big, big influence in my life when my daughter was born.
So you can feel really comfortable that your $100, you might get this amazing house, but that $100 is really going to go serve the weakest and the most vulnerable members of our community.
This is a way for our association to give back to the community, and I think that's very important. You can purchase the tickets now, and we will have the drawing in July.
People can buy a ticket at womans.org/win. We make it very easy, or they can go to the Capital Region website and buy a ticket from that website. They can also purchase a ticket at any of the Business First Bank retail centers in our community.
It's a great home for a great cause. When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out how you can learn, understand, and apply. We'll tell you all about it.